When I found out that Munich Museum Lembach House owns the world's largest collection of art of the Blue Rider movement, one of the most important groups of avant-garde artists in the early 20th century, I just had to jump in the train from Nuremberg and visit this place. Since I've always been a morning person, I arrived to Munich as usually very early, and before I went to check out the permanent collection of Der Blaue Reiter, which is, by the way, the original name of the group in German language, as it was founded in exactly Munich, I decided to first check out the garden of the Lembach house. I was amazed when I saw how beautiful the garden looks. I immediately felt like transported from the cold summer Munich weather to Italian Riviera. I had no idea that the garden itself is also worth visiting and not only the exhibition inside. While I was walking around the garden, which is not that big but rather small and cozy, I found this chair and table and I thought, how nice, someone prepared this corner for me to sit down and do some drawing session. So that's exactly what I did, my friends. And while I sit here and draw, I will share with you the secret history of this mysterious place. Okay, it's neither secret nor mysterious, but let's pretend it is, just for fun. So, what I found very interesting is that the house belonged and was built by the painter Franz von Lembach, famous German portraitist from the 18th century. When I say that I was surprised that it belonged to the painter, it's because most painters, unfortunately, don't have enough money through their lifetime to build such a grandiose and beautiful villa. But luckily for Lembach, he became a very accomplished artist during his time on Earth. He won many golden medals for his art and did a lot of portraits of prominent personalities from the nobility, arts and industry. Because of his standing in the society, he was often referred to as Malerfürst, or in English, Painter Prince. He even lived for some time in the famous Palazzo Borghese in Rome, during which period he also made the portraits of Pope. So, back to the history of the house. It was built between 1887 and 1891, and it consisted of a studio wing and a residential wing. I will show you the residential part later in the video. The historic garden where we are now was inspired by the Italian Renaissance. That's why I felt like transported to Bella Italia. After Lembach's death in 1924, his wife sold the property, parts of the inventory, and artworks to the city of Munich. Later on, the city of Munich added another wing to the house, and in 1929, the house was opened to the public. When it comes to my drawing of a girl, it was going pretty well. I wanted to stay longer in the garden and imagine like I'm on a summer vacation in Italy, but it started to feel so cold that I just had to go inside. Guys, I will never understand the German summer. We had a few days when it was crazy hot, around 37 degrees, and then the temperatures fell down to 15 degrees, in the middle of August. Anyway, it was a nice short drawing session. Now, let's get warm inside. Welcome, my friends, to the biggest Wassily Kandinsky collection in the world. Until now, I only saw a few of his works live, but never this many at one place. So, I hope you're a big Kandinsky fan, because in the next few minutes, I will show you mostly paintings from Kandinsky, Franz Marc, Alexei von Yavlensky, and Paul Klee. And in order to present you in the best way the story behind the Blue Rider, I will just read you what was written on a flyer from the museum. And one more thing before we start. My mom told me that the first ever art book that she bought was Art of Kandinsky. Okay, so the Blue Rider was an artistic association based on the principle of the stylistic diversity. Its pluralistic conception of art ascribed equal values to both abstract and representational forms, provided they were conceived solely through an inner necessity, thereby opening eyes to the equal status of work of art produced around the world. The bare facts of the movement can be summed up briefly. Its protagonists published the Blue Rider Almanac in May 1912. They organized the first Blue Rider exhibition in the winter of 1911-1912, as well as the second Blue Rider exhibition in 1912, both exhibitions held in Munich, and they supervised the tours of these shows and participated in other exhibitions until 1914. Their collaboration began when Wassily Kandinsky, Gabriel Münter, Alexei von Jawlensky, and Marianne von Werefkin stayed in Murnau in 1908. In 1909, they founded the Neue Künstlervereinigung München, or in English, New Artists Association Munich, together with other colleagues. Franz Marc joined them in 1911. In the same year, they began to plan a book they called the Blue Rider Almanac. At the end of the 1911, Kandinsky, Marc and Münter left the New Artists Association Munich and organized the first Blue Rider exhibition. Paul Klee and Alfred Kubin joined them in the second exhibition. The Blue Rider differed from other avant-garde movements by programmatically including foreign artists and so transcending national boundaries. By postulating the genuinely artistic, the movement moreover put inner expression above outer form. In the Almanac, they bring near folk art by children, African and Polynesian carvings, and Bavarian reverse glass paintings with European old masters and the contemporary avant-garde. This is Franz Marc's iconic painting in its luminous colors, Blue Horse the First. And this is his tiger. And from all of the Kandinsky paintings that I saw, I liked this one the most. Would be nice to hang it in my living room. And at the end of our tour, I wanted to show you my favorite painting from the whole exhibition. It is Oeuvre from Alexei von Jawlensky, Portrait of a Dancer. The look in the eyes of a dancer is so brilliantly provoking. That's my highlight of the exhibition. Please share with me in the comments which painting you liked the most. Okay, my friends, we are finishing this cozy art vlog and visit to the Lembach Museum with residential part of the artist Franz von Lembach. Hope you enjoyed the drawing session with me, the secret garden behind the villa, and getting to know Mr. Kandinsky, Mr. Marc, and other brilliant artists. Now, it is time for me to jump in the train again and go back to Nuremberg. Thank you for being here. Take care. Bye bye.